Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a deck profile for my Endymion Pendulum deck, which I recently took to locals and ended up getting second place, so it was really fun to play. I will be having matches up on the channel if you want to check them out. Be sure to subscribe, it's very much appreciated. And I would have put the pack opening for the prize up, but it was all supers, so I didn't really want to waste your guys' time. But let's go and get into the deck profile. Starting off with three of the main monsters, kind of the boss monster for the main deck. That is the Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic. It's a scale 8, which is really nice, and its pendulum effect is very strong. You can remove 6 spell counters from anywhere on the field, special summon it, and then if you do, count the number of cards you control that can hold a spell counter, then destroy that many cards your opponent controls, and then place that many spell counters on this card. And then its monster effect is really strong too, because you can negate a spell and trap card, or effect of a spell and trap card. And then if it has a counter, it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And if it's destroyed by battle, you get to add a normal spell from your deck to your hand. So just the all-around boss monster. And then the second best card in my opinion in the deck is Magical Abductor. This is your searcher. Both monster and pendulum effect gets you a search. The pendulum effect lets you search any pendulum monster. Monster effect lets you search a level 1 spellcaster. So if you run like Draw and Lock, I believe, and Effect Failure, you can search those to your hand if it's in your monster zone, which is pretty cool. And then Magister of Endymion at 2, another scale 8. And then its skill effect is remove 3 to special summon itself from the skill and one of your face-up extra deck monsters that can hold a spell counter. So pretty cool to get extra monsters on board. And then monster effect, you can remove 3 spell counters from it during your opponent's turn. Quick effect to special summon a monster that can hold spell counters from your deck, which can be very helpful. And if it's destroyed, you can put it in your skill. And then I run the Mythical Beast package as well, the 2 Cerberus. Pendulum effect, destroy it to search a mythical beast from your deck. Monster effect, every time a spell is activated you get 2 counters, and then you can remove 4 counters from the card to banish a card on the field, and it gains that attack, or a monster on the field and it gains that attack, so very strong. Then 2 Mythical Beast Jackal King, of course the thing we're going to be searching for Cerberus. Its scale effect is you can destroy it if you control no other scale, which is the same for Cerberus. As long as there's no other card in the scale, you can destroy it and special summon one of your face-up mythical beast. So pretty nice. And then monster effect is when a spell is activated, it gets 2 counters. Then you can remove 2 counters to negate and destroy a monster effect that your opponent activates. Then I run the small spellbook engine. I really think this is a good engine for the deck, just to accumulate spell counters. But 2 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. When it's normal or special, or normal or flip summoned, you get to add a spellbook from your deck to your hand. Then 1 Servant, really only used for its pendulum effect, and that is you can remove 3 from this card to special summon itself, and 1 from the deck that can hold a spell counter. And then 1 Reflection of Endymion. Now I decided to put this at 1 because I didn't want to have too many low scales, and its effect is pretty strong for the pendulum. You can remove 3 to special summon it and 1 monster from your hand that can hold spell counter. And then its monster effect is when it's special summoned, you can return 1 card with a spell counter from your field to your hand, and then return 1 monster your opponent controls. It does target, so keep that in mind. And then I run kind of a weird Odd Eyes package. I run the Arc Pendulum Dragon, the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and the Master Pendulum Draco Slayer, mainly because I run the Duelist Alliance, and those are the targets for it. So yeah, I didn't want to run the Pendulum Call, just because I didn't want to put the Pendulum Magicians in this specific build. I kind of went for more of a heavy spell counter build. Then 1 Amorphate Sloth, just to lock down the opponent from the extra deck. Moving on to the spells really quick. 3 Spell Power Mastery, the best card, or the best spell card in the deck. Gives all your cards spell counters, and it searches an Endymion, so very strong. then 3 Spellbook of Secrets, just to get the Blue Boy or any other spellbook. Very strong to get the spell counters going. And then Pot of Desires, very clutch in the tournament. Whenever it resolved, it just made my hand that much better. And of course, like I said, the 2 Duelist Alliances to search out those Pendulum monsters for extra skills and more spell counters. And then Magical Citadel of Endymion. This is a very strong card for this specific build. It accumulates spell counters every time a spell is activated, of course. And then if it would be destroyed, you can remove a spell counter instead. And then once per turn, when a card would remove spell counters from the field, to activate an effect, you can remove it from the Citadel instead. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, just for back row, and Mystic Mine. For the last spellbooks, 1 Knowledge and 1 Power. And to run off the main deck, 1 Terraforming and 1 Secret Village of the Spellcaster. And the very last card, 1 Upstart Goblin, and that is a 40 card list, of course. Moving on to the extra deck really quick. 1 Gravity Controller, just because you'll have Cerberus in your extra deck, or your extra monster zone a lot of the time. Then 1 IP Masquerena, Nightmare Phoenix, 2 Slaying Queen of Master Magicians, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Zephyra Metaltron, Topologic Trasbania, Apollosa, the Mech Knight Crusadia Evermax, Boral Sword Dragon, Boral Load, Saryuja Skuldread, and the Topologic Zeraboros. And this should have been with the 2s, but 1 Crowley to get the spellbook engine going. So yeah, that was the deck profile. Again, I'll be having dual videos up on the channel if you want to check them out. Until next time, see you guys later.